taste and styles, the quality guarantee, and of course the low, low prices. Customers from a distance find it's well worth a trip to Des Moines. Homemakers West, 104th and Douglas, Iowa's largest furniture store.
To change your life. Iowa, you know, it's on Fox.
Halftime of the 4A championship game. It's Ankeny 30 and West Des Moines Valley 26. We'll take a look at the numbers and the highlights of the first half a little bit later, but right now, John Campbell from KCRG in Cedar Rapids is standing by with a guest. John?
Thank you very much, Larry. And joining us right now at halftime, Bernie Sagar, the executive director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. And with that title, you get tournament director too, Bernie. Your impressions, first of all, how things are going?
Been a great tournament. We're going to have about 95,000 people been here this week, and it's really been a super tournament.
New Hampton looked awfully good in that first game.
Awesome, awesome. They have some big youngsters, I'll tell you. For that size school to have that size of manpower, something.
And then they win the state wrestling championship too. That doesn't happen, does it?
No, not very often. It's the first time I've known it's ever happened since I've been in the office or ever. And it's really a successful season for them.
We hear a lot about the state of athletics in some places. Chicago ran out of money. Other states are having problems. How are things here in Iowa?
Things are great.
Are they?
I think our people realize how important all activities are for kids, whether it's basketball, music, or whatever it is. They turn out and they support them. And even though we have some financial problems, they're not very big compared to what other people have. This is part of our real program as far as education is concerned, and it's going to stay.
Every winter about this time I ask you about soccer. What's the state of soccer right now?
Hey, it's going to be great. We're going to start officially this fall, and a year from this fall we're going to have our first state tournament, and by the year 1988 it's going to be in the fall, 98 I should say, and it's going to be a great sport. And I just know the kids have been waiting for it for all these years. There's enough schools now. We're going to have a super program.
District football came in last year. What's the future of that?
Well, our school people vote on all issues, and this year when football is over, they'll vote whether to continue district football. I think it's going to pass. I think it's something we need. But here again, that's up to the schools to decide. But district football has been a good thing.
Bernie, thanks for talking to us. Great tournament here.
Thank you for the fine coverage. We appreciate you being here.
Okay, Bernie Sagar, our guest at halftime. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, John, it's a 30-26 Ankeny lead over Valley for the first time since 1979. The winner of the 4A championship will come from the Des Moines metro area. It was Dowling that won it back in 1979. This ball game has seen Ankeny jump off to a big lead. They led by 9 at the end of a quarter, led by as many as 12 in the second quarter until Valley scored 10 of the last 12 points. And as the result, we have a close ball game, a 4-point Ankeny lead at the half. Let's take a look at the highlights, Gary. And we talked about defense, and defense was so much a story in that first half.
And you see it right there. Olsen stripping the ball from Fazio. Then they get it going down to the other end. Good lead pass. Sampson lays it up, gets the layup.
Valley also had some big defensive plays.
Watch this one on the inside.
It is a sophomore, Ryan O'Day, coming up with a block. And yet another steal as Hardy tries for a steal. Look at this hustle.
Great hustle here by Luch. Doesn't roll over, which will in violation, turns, spots the open man, saves the possession.
Sampson nails a three-pointer for Ankeny, but then Remsburg finds a big pass coming up for Valley as he finds Hardy down low.
Gets Sampson up on the up fake, goes through, splits the defense, gives it off right there to Jason Lewis, who gets down 2, and it's plays like that that brought Valley back to within 4 of Ankeny.
And we'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment.
It's bigger, it's better, it's back. The Norwest Home Equity Celebration.
Hey, I've hosted a lot of celebrations, but this one's the big one. Listen, I'm talking about interest rates under 8%. No closing fees, none at all. Possible tax savings, too. Now, there's a reason to celebrate. You could even win a trip for 4 to Euro Disney. Geez, I can hardly contain myself. Come on, join the Norwest Home Equity Celebration.
Only at Iowa Norwest Banks.
Let's go, Buck. Okay, suit yourself. Now that we're using Bucktril herbicide, old Buck doesn't even check the corn anymore because Bucktril gives us real good control of cuckleburr, velvet leaf, and other broadleaves. And with Bucktril, there's no vapor drift, so it won't burn my beans. Speaking of vapors. Oh, I can't believe this.
When it comes to controlling broadleaf weeds in corn, nothing measures up to Bucktril.
Come on, Buck, open the door, buddy. Come on. Oh, don't you lay down on me, buddy.
The 1993 Iowa Boys State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Norwest Banks, proud sponsor of the 1993 Sportsmanship Award, and by Roan Pooling, makers of Bucktril. Nothing measures up to Bucktril.
About ready to start the second half. Ankeny leading Valley 30-26. Let's get a look at the first half statistics.
Look, Valley really came back from a poor start. Remember, they missed their first 3 or 4 shots, come back shooting 60%. And the rebound, Ankeny just a 2-rebound advantage. And Ankeny then turned the ball over in that second quarter and kind of evened out that category.
Yeah, they turned it over maybe 5 times in that second quarter. The individual scoring leaders, Tyler Peterson leads the Tigers with 8. Sears expected to lead the Ankeny Hawks in scoring and does with 10. And really, fouls not a problem so far. Nobody with more than 2. Ankeny back onto the floor with 15 Olson, 21 Sampson, 33 Luch, 41 Haverdink, and 51 Sears. Tigers come out with 54 Lewis, 34 Hardy, 22 Remsburg, 40 Peterson, and 12 Fazio. Ankeny ball to start the second half. Ankeny had momentum for a quarter and a half. The Tigers had it for the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. The lob over the head of Peterson, but the shot missed by Haverdink.
Well, that was a nice play coming out of the halftime. They had it set up, just not able to deliver. And Ankeny's been missing some short inside shots, which has also helped Valley in catching up.
Valley tries to close to within 2. It would be the closest the game has been since the score was 4-2. Valley with a very disciplined offense. They rarely take bad shots. Hardy goes up in a crowd, and he is fouled. Sears with his first foul. The Valley had the execution. I'm sure Bill Harris wanted. What he did not get was the bucket.
Tyler Peterson again did a good job of getting that basket, initiate that play. Good drive.
Hardy, one of 2 senior starters for the Tigers. Fazio, Remsburg, and Lewis will all be back next season. Not many free throws in this ball game. Valley now 2 out of 5, and Ankeny 2 out of 2.
And yet the defense has been tough. There hasn't been any zones to speak of. There's a little, what we call that box and one by Valley. We'll have to check that out. I think starting out the game, they probably play straight, and it looks like they do. And there's a turnover, an unforced turnover, and that really hurts you.
Those are the kind you can't have in a championship game. And Larry Ireland, who's won 419 basketball games, shakes his head. Didn't like that one.
I think Ankeny needs to settle it down a little bit. I think they've been going too fast. Go for the break. If you get it, fine. But if not, take it out and set up.
Oh, there was a nice drive by Fazio, and it's the closest the game has been since the very early minutes. Last time Valley was this close was 4-2. Now with 6:50 to go in the third quarter, they're back to within 2. Luch dumps it off for Sears.
Good dump off. Drew everybody to him. Saw that he wasn't going to be able to get the shot up. Dumps it off to Sears for an easy 2. And Ankeny on offense that time, when they picked up the ball and the pressure, guys were standing. They weren't moving the ball.
Fazio takes it against Olson. Remsburg being guarded by Sampson. Tries to force his shot, and with the rebound is Luch. We check some of the matchups the other way.
And here's where I think they have to get in solid and play their half-court game.
And a second unforced turnover in the quarter by Ankeny. Bryce Peterson replaces Mike Hardy in the Valley lineup. For the winner, their first state basketball championship. This Valley 6th state tournament appearance, all of them since '84.
Valley with some good ball movement and player movement gets opened up, and there's Remsburg who can shoot that three-point shot.
Although that one will just be a two. He was standing on the line, and it's a 32-30 ball game.
Trying to sneak him an extra one there.
Well, I'm sure he would have taken it. Sampson got the defender to go past him, missed the shot. A rebound taken by Fazio. Sampson reaches in and picks up his third foul. 5.5 to go in the third, and Ankeny with a 2-point lead.
Sampson misses the foul. I think just frustration there because he's had a couple, 3 good cuts now at the basket that he hasn't got down. There he is wide open, missed it, and then comes back and makes a reach and grab trying to make up for it.
Game has not been tied since it was 2-2. This could be a Valley lead if it goes down by Remsburg. Sears and Bryce Peterson, quite a battle. And this one is won by Ankeny because they get the basketball.
Great hustle by both teams right now, really battling those boards.
Third quarter of the 4A championship game. No reason to save anything for tomorrow.
No. It'll be a walk.
Trying to get some room, but he walks with it.
He was too far underneath to make the shot, and he tried to get some little steps in there to get position to take it up off the glass.
Valley has not led in the game. They've been tied once, and that was a 2. They've trailed by as many as 12.
Well, this is tiring on a defense right now. They got the motion offense for Valley going, screening down, and they look like they're going to take at least 4 or 5 passes each possession before they take a shot.
There's a percentage shot by Peterson. And it's taken away momentarily by Peterson, but saved by Luch.
You know, Valley is really scrapping when that ball comes off and Ankeny rebounds it. They're trying to fight and make those steals down low as they come out with it.
Sears on the baseline. Hit the shot, count the bucket. A big 3-point possibility for Ankeny.
Good pass into the post. He goes up. Look how quick he gets up on that shot. Over the top, right there of Jason Lewis. Gets the roll as it bounced, hit the front of the rim, finally rolled in, and now he's got a chance to make the 3-point play.
Lewis with his third foul, so a potentially big turnaround for Ankeny. They now lead by 4 at 34-30. Valley twice had possessions with a chance to tie and didn't get the job done. Peterson. And again, it's not that the Tigers aren't getting good shots, Gary.
No, that's a good shot. Terrific outlet pass that time by Sears. And on the secondary break, Ankeny scores. But the key to that was Sears, a rebound, and man, does he get that ball out, pop it out of there quick.
Ankeny builds the lead back up to 6 on the bucket by Marlon Haverding.
Valley's been coming up, picking with a forward on the guard. Earlier they had guard to guard in that first quarter, remember, and the Ankeny guards would just switch on them defensively. Now they're forcing, if they want to switch, to go big on small or little on big.
The lob too tall for Peterson, but Sears carries it out of bounds, and so Valley will keep it. Larry Ireland on the Ankeny bench has been at Ankeny since 1966. And an official's timeout. The score is Ankeny 36 and Valley 30. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium after this word from your local station.
You're up there, against the odds, and the path hasn't been easy. But now that you've arrived, you realize what brought you this far. Your vision. It's also what's made Pursuit Herbicide the leader of the pack for soybean weed control. And as leaders, we know this heightened sense makes all our choices more clear.
Get Get ready to save Iowa now through the 22nd during the Inside Out sale at Dewey Ford. Dewey is ready to deal on the new or used car, truck, or van you want from over 500 in stock. Weather permitting, you will stroll in the sunshine. And if the weather doesn't cooperate, Dewey will move him into Central Iowa's largest new Ford indoor showroom. Either way, you get the price, the trade-in, and the service you want before, during, and after the sale. Save big at Dewey Ford.
Dewey treat you better, we do. Dewey Ford.
Ankeny leads by 6 for the 4A championship. Let's take a look at the NCAA wrestling final. These are final scores now from Ames. And to break down some of the individuals that you'd be interested in, 118 pounds, Iowa's Chad Zappital lost to Sam Henson of Clemson 3-2. Zappital finishing second for the third straight year. At 142 pounds, Lincoln McElravy of Iowa won 16-15 over Gary Abbas of Fresno State in what they're calling one of the greatest matches in NCAA history because it was a takedown with 4 seconds left. Back to basketball, and the shot is put down.
So Jason Lewis and Valley doing a great job on the offensive glass now. They're getting 2 and 3 shots.
And it is 36-32. Ankeny, and the bomb will not go. It rolls out, but right there to put it back is Jason Luch.
How that ball stayed out, I'll never know. It was ringing around and down in. Looked like half the ball was down that net.
Ankeny by 6, 2:35 before the end of the third quarter. Fazio hits the shot. It will count, and Fazio will go to the line with a foul called on Olsen, his third.
Fazio's really tough on that drive. There's some difficult shots. Watch this. Got people on him, got hands on him, kind of off balance, but keeps his eye on that basket and nails it. Tough play. Good shot.
Hardy in, Bryce Peterson out. Ankeny will also make a change. Jared Engel will come in at a guard spot. And with 3 fouls, Olsen will leave. So Sampson and Olsen, the starting guard duo for the Hawks. 3 fouls apiece. Fazio tries to complete the three-point play and pull his team within 3. Engel has Haverdick out front. Didn't see him. Sears instead to the baseline. And Valley tries to cut a 3-point deficit.
The difference I see right now, Ankeny's defense was really tough and aggressive, much more aggressive in the first quarter. I think it's fallen off a little bit. And Valley's has picked up, is a lot stronger. They're more aggressive.
Jason Shields with a turnover. Some more updating on the wrestling situation. At 150 pounds, Perry Steiner of Iowa beat Troy Sutherland of Penn State 8-7 with a takedown at the buzzer. And at 190 pounds, Iowa's Joel Sherritt lost 7-5 to Rex Holman of Ohio State.
We've got Sears down. I hope he isn't hurt seriously. He took a hard fall on that drive. I think he's going to be all right.
Sears able to get up and walk it off with the foul. Jason Shields. And it's his first.
You see Sears off balance there, couldn't control himself. He went for that drive. He is really quick. Haverdink on the good rebound. You see him now as he goes to the line for 2.
Valley's second foul. Ankeny's been assessed with 3. We mentioned earlier that Haverdink was honored between games tonight as being one of the academic All-Staters. He has a perfect 4.0 grade average and is headed to Northwestern in Orange City.
Well, second chance points, really important for both these clubs right now. They're getting them on missed shots and then with follow on the rebound shot or getting fouled, as was the case there.
A minute 45 to go in the third. Valley in arrears by 5. They continue to turn that offense, though, don't they, Gary? So great patience.
Yeah, they really make the defense work.
Hardy on the pass from Shields had to stop by Luch.
Good block. Not enough on that pass. You can see it coming. And there's Fazio making the steal.
And Engel trying to get it back commits the foul. Changes for Valley. Tyler Peterson and Ryan O'Day come on. Lewis will leave.
Turnovers are even up right now, 14 apiece for both clubs.
The clear out for Fazio.
Fazio can do it. He is trouble if you're for the other team. I'll tell you, he's a good penetrator. There's the defense again, causing another turnover.
Fazio 7 points in the third quarter. And once again, Valley has a chance to make it a 1-point ball game with a 2 or tie it with a 3. And they have not been this close since the early minutes of the ball game.
Ankeny's 2 starting guards now, Sampson, Olson sitting down, and that's when they had trouble earlier when they sat out.
That ties it up. Fazio ties it with a 3.
And Fazio doing everything. Somebody for Ankeny right now, and you look for a senior to do something. There's Luch, takes the ball, but has to settle things down, slow this game up a little bit in a half-court offense.
Hardy commits the foul.
The way they're pressing right now, Valley, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you could set something up and go high and get a back cut. You just get one of those or 2 of those or even attempted, it takes some of that pressure off because that defense starts to worry and think about that back cut, and they don't get up and pressure as much on the ball or the off man.
And an all-conference football player and an outstanding baseball player, Luch at the line, and in basketball tonight, he's got 10 points. He's had a good state tournament. 27 points and 15 rebounds in the 2 games prior to tonight. This is for the lead. Keeping it alive is Schurz.
That was a heck of an effort by Schurz right there. He tipped the ball to himself to save it, just couldn't go up and grab it on the rebound. Recovers it, recaptures it, and then takes it up and scores a bucket. A big one. Keeps Valley from a chance from going ahead here. They really feel like Valley right now has the momentum going.
Peterson has it spin out, and Sears clears the rebound.
That was a good seal off by Sears.
Underneath it's Schurz. Schurz is fouled. John Stuck commits the foul. Schurz fouled in the act of shooting with 6 seconds to go in the third period. As you look at Bill Harris, whose team has come back from a 12-point second quarter deficit. Tied it a moment ago, now down by 2.
And what he's pointing to, Harris, was he holding up one finger. He's not claiming number 1 right now. He's pointing to the scoreboard saying, look at the clock, you got 6 seconds left coming down on offense.
Schurz off the bench for a crucial 3 for Ankeny as Larry Ireland and Dave Kissinger watch Schurz at the line. It has been a defensive struggle tonight. That's what you expect. This third quarter has especially been defensive-minded. At the horn, the shot won't go by John Stuck.
Great third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter with the score Ankeny 44 and Valley 40. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
Nearly 60 years ago, rural electric cooperatives brought electricity to small towns and farmyards for the first time. Today, your electric cooperative does more than supply safe and reliable electric service. We also bring the most technologically advanced services to homes and farms as well as to business and industry. We make communities stronger through economic development, and we help you use energy more efficiently. We're your member-owned electric cooperative, and we're working for you.
What makes you an individual is more than just what you do and how you do it. It's where you've been, where you want to go. It's your beliefs, fears, and needs. Which is why your Farm Bureau agent cares enough to get to know you. So your insurance and financial plans meet your needs today and change with you to meet them tomorrow. The Farm Bureau family. Our most important policy is caring.
We're here with Audrey and Virgil Haverdink. Their son, of course, playing for Ankeny. Quite a ball game at this point.
Oh, it's great. It's exciting.
Can you take it?
Well, I've got more gray hair.
Virgil, what kind of thoughts do you have with 1 quarter to go?
I hope we can hang on for one more quarter.
That's all. Okay, that's the word from Ankeny. Larry?
We go back to start the fourth quarter. Lewis, Fazio, Bryce Peterson, Tyler Peterson, and Remsburg on the floor for Valley. Ankeny's got Olson in there. Will set them more when they get the ball on offense, as they do with the rebound by Haverdink. But it's taken away, and Valley a chance to close this 4-point Ankeny lead.
Valley playing that outlet pass as Ankeny likes to come out quick. You see right there the shooting in the third quarter. Ankeny came up big, 56%. But look at the attempts Valley had, 14, which meant they were getting on that offensive glass.
Fazio scores. He now has 12 points in the second half. He had 7 of Valley's 14 in the third quarter.
He has really been doing a job. Oh, what a save by Olson. Rubs his hands off at his jersey, trying to dry him off.
The starters all back in for Ankeny. That means Olson and Sampson along the guard line, and up front,
looked like
Sears in the middle.
Excuse me, Larry. I was going to say it looked like they were trying to clear a side again for Sears, which they had some success in the first quarter.
Haverdink and Luch rounding out the personnel on the floor for Ankeny. As a foul is spotted against Valley. Team fouls now, 5 against the Tigers, 4 against the Hawks. That one against Scott Remsburg. Possession arrow pointing towards Ankeny as Sears corks a 3. And Lewis rebounds for Valley.
Valley doing a nice job on the glass.
Both teams looking for their first state championship. Valley's ball.
Somebody's going to have to help. If Olson can't control Fazio by himself, somebody's going to have to step up there and help early. He's getting too deep a penetration. He's getting to the basket all by himself. Or if they pick him up late, he's been able to dish it off. But mostly it's all by himself.
Fazio against Olson. Peterson being guarded by Haverdink.
There they run the... There, see the penetration. Well, they strip him this time.
Sampson ahead to Luch. He beats Peterson. Peterson has to foul him to prevent the layup. Tyler Peterson with his first foul. It is the 6th called on Valley. Ankeny will be in the bonus on the next one.
Watch Luch here come in. Switches, takes it away with the left hand, trying to take it away from that defender. But Peterson still gets him, sends him to line. It was a nice try by Luch of moving that ball to his left hand, trying to clear it away for the shot.
Luch, who's come up so big in the state tournament, has 10 tonight.
Well, he's come up short on the first free throw last time, almost identical, just barely hitting the rim. Then he shot the second one long. Let's see what happens here. A lot of times happens when you adjust.
He's missed 3 in a row. But he solves those free throw woes, and it's 45-42. With a timeout, again the score, Ankeny 45, Valley 42. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
Norwest Bank salutes Iowa. The state's 6,284 Norwest employees are proud to call home.
Drive carefully and be home by 10. Ever since we started using Bucktril herbicide, old Buck's been spending a lot more time at the farm down the road. That's because Bucktril gives us fast knockdown on velvet leaf, cuckleburr, and other broadleaves. Plus, Bucktril lets us time our spray to the height of the weeds and not the corn. And that lets us adjust to Buck's new schedule.
When it comes to controlling broadleaf weeds in corn, nothing measures up to Bucktril.
With John Campbell and Gary Thompson, this is Larry Morgan at Veterans Auditorium. All that's left in the high school season is 6:20, 45-42 Ankeny with the lead. Some Norwest key stats. Valley continues their red-hot shooting.
Well, they've really been doing it, and Fazio has had a great third quarter.
Fazio with 7 points in the third quarter and a couple more to start the fourth quarter. So he has 9 of his 16 points in the second half. Valley down by 3.
Good dish.
And Lewis converts it. He's got 10. It's a one-point game. And the pressure forces the turnover.
Ankeny isn't handling this pressure very well at all. They've had a number of unforced turnovers. That's their 17th.
Valley has not led in this game until now.
Man, Fazio has just taken over this game. Ankeny's got to get somebody to take charge.
Remsburg with a big steal. Oh, what a steal. And Valley's defensive intensity, it's enabled them to beat 4 straight rated opponents, has Ankeny in some trouble now.
Well, if they score here, I think Ankeny needs a timeout. They got to get regrouped in here and settle down, get somebody to take charge and run the offense.
Ankeny can regain the lead with a score. Sears on the way in is fouled by Lewis, and that is his 4th. So Jason Lewis, the starting center for Valley, picks up his 4th foul with 5:19 to play. Sears, a 78% free throw shooter.
That's Fazio coming in again, pulls up, stays away from the drive and a possible charge, and nails it, and he is red hot right now.
And that bucket represents the Tigers' only lead.
Valley just getting too much penetration to the basket one-on-one.
It's tied. Bill Harris on the Valley bench. His first state tournament. Ankeny leads.
There's 2 clutch free throws.
So a fitting finish to an outstanding boys high school basketball tournament. A down-to-the-wire thriller. Fazio fouled prior to the shot. No bucket. Foul called on Olson. It is his 4th. So now both teams have a key player with 4 fouls. Lewis for Valley, Olson for Ankeny.
They just can't handle Fazio right now. He's just going, look, he makes a look away to freeze the defense, clears himself up for the drive. They call the foul on Olson. Olson signaling traveling, but he got the foul.
Straight up.
Valley already in the penalty. That was Ankeny's 5th foul.
Fazio's judgment here in the 3rd and 4th quarters has really been excellent on his drives. There he makes a mistake on the pass. But he'll pull up on the drive when it's not there and go all the way when he can take it to the basket.
Hardy on Luch. Olson guarded by Fazio.
Valley really getting those passing lanes.
Olson started it with a steal, finishes it with a score. Ankeny opens a 3-point advantage. Houston, who's got a jump ball, and it will go Ankeny's direction on the tie. The possession arrow points to the Hawks.
Now Ankeny coming back. Their defense coming to the front here.
Harry Ireland has been on that Ankeny bench since 1966. He'd love to give his team their first state basketball championship. That's a school with a lot of girls basketball championships under Dick Rasmussen. Larry Ireland would like to add something to that trophy case. The lob for Haverdink is long.
The play was there if the pass would have been good.
3:50 left. Ankeny by 3.
This gets down to possessions right now and good execution. You have to have good execution. Make sure you get a good shot every time.
Got to hit your free throws down the stretch as well. Fazio, open hits.
Boy, has he got the touch going right now.
Fazio with 20 points, 16 of them in the second half.
It's a double up.
Sampson trapped, and Ankeny will use a timeout. We're worried that Sampson might run out of time. The score, Ankeny 49, Valley 48. We'll be back at Betts Auditorium after this word from your local station.
Contact herbicides only work for one day, the day you spray. But weeds can come back. So check out Banvel, the only post-emerge, no atrazine alternative that works from day one. Spray it at spike for residual control of the toughest broadleaves all the way to canopy with no second flushes. So don't settle for one-day control. Get control from day one with Banvel.
I know what you like, the Pontiac Grand Am 2-door.
And you like Grand Am 4-door.
Uh-huh.
You can both choose your Grand Am equipped the way you want it.
Stereo?
Yes.
Air?
Yes.
Anti-lock
brakes? That's right.
Plus a bumper-to-bumper warranty?
And right now, you can get all this for only $199 a month for 36 months.
We can own a new Grand Am every 3 years.
That's great. There's not much more to take care of except the gas and oil.
How does Pontiac do it?
See your Golden Circle Pontiac dealer.
Todd Fazio, Gary, has scored all but 6 of Valley's second half points. This was his last bucket.
Watch him here. Olsen with 4 fouls. Gibbs goes down. Nothing called. Fazio regroups himself, takes plenty of time, gets under control, squares up, nails it. He's got 20.
For the 4th consecutive year, Norwest Bank, Iowa will be awarding a $1,000 scholarship in each division in the boys basketball tournament to those schools exhibiting the highest level of good sportsmanship throughout the tournament. A total of 4 $1,000 scholarships are awarded, one in each class. The sportsmanship award determined by the sports broadcasters and writers who cover the tournament.
And Lutz took it into trouble right there. There was 2 guys covering. He's taken into traffic, got it stripped.
Valley can take the lead with a score.
They've been running what we call a little UCLA offense on this one side. They'll send Fazio down and go down and pick on him, bring him out for the shot.
They are executing it well. This would mean the go-ahead for Valley, so they're trying to be cautious. Remsburg saves it.
And Haverdink almost got the steal. Good defense by Ankeny right now. Probably
Valley.
wish they had a shot clock in this game.
They're running time off the clock, but not intentionally. They're just looking for a sure 2 or 3. Would it be 3? It will be by Fazio. And Valley takes the lead.
Olsen went behind. They're setting that screen with the big man on Fazio. He's going to have to fight over.
Ankeny ball. 1:58 left.
I mentioned to you at the start, when Valley has a lead under 3 minutes, they've come away with the wins. See, Olsen goes behind the pick. Nobody comes out to hedge or help him there. And Fazio, who's electric right now offensively, nails it. There's that back cut I was talking about. They need to take some of the pressure, but they can't convert it.
Sears with a miss, and then he fouls trying to get it back from Hardy. Again for Ankeny. The execution was there. The shot just wouldn't go.
That was set up beautiful, just like the lob pass moments ago, but they can't pull it off.
Ankeny with their 6th team foul, so Valley won't shoot until the next one. But first, Ankeny will use a timeout. 1 minute, 46 seconds to go in the 4A championship game. Gary, this has been a terrific ball game and a great comeback by Valley. They trailed by 12 in the second period.
Well, this is just what we expect of it. We can listen in.
Nothing but a layup. We're going to look for orange. All right, orange. If this guy's covered, okay, we'll set up here, right? Right? If this guy's covered, go get this guy pop out. Come and meet your passes. If you're not sure, time up. We got 2 left. I want orange run. I want Iowa dead. Let's go.
I guess the key thing there, Gary, he said nothing but a layup.
Nothing but a layup, what he wants. He said he wants to run his orange. Everybody go meet the passes. And if you get in trouble, you look like you might get a 5-second call, use your timeout. He said they have 2 left.
Valley leads by 2. Ankeny top seeded, Valley not rated.
This orange looks like nothing more than a passing game. Pick down, pop up. And that's what he's talking about, going to meet the pass. Don't lazy one out there. Let it come to you and have it picked off. See if Ankeny jumps into anything different or maybe a trap, but man for man is their basic strong defense. They can't go too much longer, I don't think, with just letting them play with the ball. They're running the clock. They're going to have to put out some pressure or gamble, because
Valley by 2. You'd think the longer that Valley plays defense, the greater a risk of a breakdown, just due to fatigue, if nothing else. And finally, the foul on Sampson is 4th. Jason Lewis is a 60% free throw shooter. He has not been at the line in this game. Bill Harris yelling directions in at his Tigers.
Well, percentage-wise, this is the man to foul because he's the only one of the starters that isn't in the 70%.
And we've got a timeout. Timeout with 44 seconds remaining. Valley leads Ankeny 51-49. Jason Lewis will go to the line. Neither team has won a state championship, but one is about to.
Got that? So we got to get down the floor. If we have to foul, we want to foul. Hardy. 34. Got that? Yeah. We got to foul here. You going to run play 3? Well, I think we should come down and run 10. We got to get something off quick. All right, let's do it. Let's run 13 in. We'll swing you out high, Todd. Hey, you'll have to read it now.
You got a rebound. Come on now. Go. Look for me around under.
We can do this now. We can do this.
Larry Ireland implores his Hawks. We can do it. Timeouts left. 1 for Ankeny, 2 for Valley. Lewis at the free throw line. You probably realize these will be the biggest free throws of his career.
Larry, this is what it's all about. Pressure coming down, tight game like this, having to perform under pressure.
That's why you practice so hard all season to get ready for moments like this. Best he can do now is give the Tigers a 3-point lead with 44 seconds left.
Which means he hits this one. Three-pointer, they can still tie. Now they can tie with the 2 or win with the 3.
You got to figure the Hawks will look for Sears, who's been well contained by Valley in the second half. He has 6 points in the second half.
Well, I tell you, the way they're pressuring that, the back cut play should be there again. Trying to get it to their man. Can't get it down, and Ankeny just can't convert. Good. Oh.
Everton tries to go up. Here's a big scramble for it. And coming out with it is Valley, but Ankeny gets it back with 12 seconds to go, and now we have a call. And I believe a foul, and that's what's happened. A foul has been called against Todd Sears. So with 12 seconds to play, Valley will go back to the free throw line, leading by 2.
And Ankeny had their chances right there.
And they got the ball in the hands of Sears at a place where he's normally deadly. Tyler Peterson is a 72% free throw shooter. He has not shot a free throw in this game. An all-conference football player headed for the University of South Dakota.
72% free throw shooter. There's a clutch one.
And the next one would be even more important. It would mean that Valley couldn't tie it with, rather Ankeny couldn't tie it with 1 basket. First, though, the Hawks will use a timeout. We're down to 12 seconds. Valley leads Ankeny 52-49. Tyler Peterson has 1 more pressurized free throw coming up. And that is Ankeny's last timeout.
Get a exit. Still got to come down. Have a 3-pointer right here.
Yeah, half court. Don't get back to it. If we go up by 4, make them work the ball down the court. Take some time off the clock. If they go up for a 3, I don't want any fouls. And if they get the offensive board, leave the score. They don't have any timeouts left. Do they have any timeouts? No. All right. Less than 5 seconds. Hold the ball.
Bill Harris had been in the college ranks at Northern Illinois. Had an opportunity to come back. He said he wanted a high school job where someday he could get his team into a state tournament. And he has done that, and now his club is 12 seconds away from winning it. Valley not rated, seeded 6th. Ankeny rated number 2, number 1 much of the year, and seeded number 1. But right now the Tigers bid for the upset.
A couple of good points there Coach Harris is making. Says don't foul on any 3-point shot. Make them take some time off the clock. Put a little pressure on it, soft pressure. You're not going after the ball, but make them kind of work the ball down the floor. Big one.
It takes more than a 3 now for Ankeny to get even or to go ahead.
He's got to take it up and hope.
Misses. The putback is there, but it's at the horn, and it's over, and the Valley Tigers are 4A champions. Has won the 4A championship, beating Ankeny 53-51. And we'll be back after this word from your local sponsor.
There are plain old half-ton pickups, and then there's the heavy hat from GMC Truck. So what's it going to be? Just another half-ton pickup or the heavy hat from GMC Truck? No contest.
The twins were born over 2 months premature.
For 13 years, the Davises have had their health insurance with American Family.
Being 5.5 weeks in the hospital, you can imagine the bill.
Christine and Jacqueline are now 5 years old.
Thank goodness we had American Family.
Loyalty, the mark of satisfied customers.
American Family Insurance.
Look in the white or yellow pages for the American Family agent nearest you.
With an incredible second half by Todd Fazio, Valley has won the 4A championship. Mo Kelly has the presentations.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the trophies to the top teams in Iowa Class 4A, 2 members of the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. To my far right is Kathy Collins, who represents the Department of Education on the board. And next to Kathy is the current chairman of the board, Terry Egan, who is the principal at Oskaloosa High School. It's been another competitive field. We saw a great game tonight, very competitive, very tough. Either team could have won. We'd like at this time to present the trophies to these 2 great ball clubs and their coaches, and medals to the cheerleaders. If they would come forward for their runner-up award, the Ankeny Hawks completing a great season. Coach Larry Ireland and the Hawks. And with the solid program they have, we know they'll be back here again very soon. And for the first time in the school's history, a state basketball championship, the Valley Tigers and Coach Bill Harris. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the coveted Sportsmanship Award, sponsored by the Iowa Newspaper Association, the Iowa Broadcasters Association, and the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Representing the Iowa Newspaper Association is Dan Fueling, publisher, New Hampton Newspapers, and current president of the association. Representing the Iowa Broadcasters is Al Hazelton, general manager, KJAN Radio in Atlantic, and he at this time will announce the Sportsmanship Award winner. Mr. Hazelton.
Thank you, Mo. We believe that good sportsmanship is such an important part of our athletic program, and it's an honor to represent the Iowa Broadcasters Association and the Iowa Newspaper Association to present this award to the fans and the coaches and the players and the cheerleaders of Eldridge North Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, the school that wins the Sportsmanship Award also receives a $1,000 scholarship from Norwest Banks. They will choose one of their female athletes or cheerleaders for a $500 scholarship, and also a male athlete or cheerleader for a $500 award. Courtesy Norwest Banks, this is the 4th consecutive year they have made that presentation. The Iowa Bankers Association has sponsorship of what we call the Student Athlete Achievers Award. Representing the Iowa Bankers this evening is Kirby Davidson, the marketing coordinator. Assisting him will be Larry Fox, Community Relations Director of the National Bank of Waterloo. All 8 teams in the Class 4A field nominated one of their players for this award. A committee then made the selection. We're looking for someone who's a great leader among his peer group, is a community leader as well, active in activities, and we have just such a person as our 4A winner this evening. They say he's an inspirational leader, always encouraging, always supportive. He understands his role on the basketball team. As you can see, football, where he was an all-stater, is a little more suited to his ability, but he is a great inspiration to his basketball teammates. He also is an excellent student, National Honor Society, member of the FCA, writes for the school paper. Our Student Athlete Achievers Award is given to Travis Big Thorson of Waterloo East High School. And now the all-tournament team, and to do the honors, the sports director of KCRG Television in Cedar Rapids, John Campbell. John?
Thank you, Mo. All during the tournament, members of the media have been watching the performances of these fine young athletes. Now it's time to announce those selected to the all-tournament team. To present their certificates, our governor, the Honorable Terry E. Branstad. The 4A all-tournament team from Ankeny, Jason Luch. From Des Moines, Lincoln, Todd Crandall. From West Des Moines Valley, Todd Fazio. From Sioux City, Heelan, Steve Larkin. Accepting for Steve is head coach Doug Moody. And the captain of the 4A all-tournament team from Ankeny, Todd Sears.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great week. We appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Good evening. Drive safely on your way home.
To win the championship, the Valley Tigers knocked off 5 rated teams in a row, including number 1 and number 2. And they're the champs in 4A. We'll be back at Veterans Auditorium in just a moment.
Nearly 60 years ago, rural electric cooperatives brought electricity to small towns and farmyards for the first time. Today, your electric cooperative does more than supply safe and reliable electric service. We also bring the most technologically advanced services to homes and farms, as well as to business and industry. We make communities stronger through economic development, and we help you use energy more efficiently. We're your member-owned electric cooperative, and we're working for you.
The glorious state of Iowa is in for something big. New DuPont Concert Herbicide. Applied post after a pre-grass, it's the best at getting your toughest weeds like lamb's quarters and pigweed. And its water-soluble bags are a to use. It's a performance your soybeans won't want to miss. Concert making Iowa better for beans.
After losing in their first appearance at the state tournament, the last 3 times, the Tigers have gone all the way this time. They win the 4A championship, and they're standing by with John Campbell.
Thank you, Larry. A very happy group here, and headed by Coach Bill Harris. Hey, this is easy, huh? First time you win it all.
Piece of cake. Just, you know, Ankeny's a great team, and we felt before the season that'd be the team we'd have to beat to win it all. They're that good, and our kids just had so much character and discipline down the stretch. They could have folded early. They came back. We knew that we would come back, and we've been doing that all year long, and I don't know what else to say.
This is a championship team tonight, right?
Hey, we are the state champions, and talk to the kids.
Okay, we're going to do that right now. Mike Hardy, come on in here. How do you feel about this?
Feels great.
Huh?
Feels great.
Did you predict this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Tyler Peterson. Tyler, you had a